I don't know if I'll use this footage, but this is the current situation.
On the outside looking in, travel can look like the adventure of a lifetime. You're exploring new places, stepping outside of your comfort zone, experiencing a sense of novelty that you wouldn't otherwise if you were in the same old daily routine back home. And on social media, it might look like those who are traveling are living the dream. And don't get me wrong, traveling at moments can absolutely feel like a dream. But there are also some stark realities that you're faced with when you're out there in the world confronted with continuous unfamiliarity. And as with anything, we're human. And just because you go abroad doesn't mean your problems suddenly disappear. Instead, you're faced with new ones. In this video, I'll be discussing the internal struggle of solo traveling versus seeking the comfort of home and the transformative power of embracing moments of discomfort for personal growth. This story starts in Hanoi, Vietnam. I had explored Ho Chi Minh City with a new friend 4 days prior, but now I was back to being on my own solo adventure. At this point, I had been traveling full-time for over 6 weeks in Asia, and it was starting to take a toll on me. But to be honest, I felt guilty for even feeling tired of traveling. After all, wasn't I supposed to be grateful for this incredible opportunity? So I basically pushed myself every day to continue exploring nonstop. On this day, I first arrived at the Temple of Literature in Hanoi, which was built to honor Confucius, who strived to have his followers live up to their ideal selves. I wandered and got lost in the different courtyards, and actually felt some serenity in the gardens amidst the hustle of my travels. I found myself drawn to Confucius's teachings on wisdom and self-reflection, which, little did I know, this introspection would actually foreshadow an inward journey ahead. I next went to Ho Chi Minh Museum and the Museum of History, and tried to immerse myself in the rich tapestry of Vietnam's past. But honestly, a sense of discomfort just lingered. After 6 weeks of traveling, my sense of awe and wonder was just wearing off. It felt like I was going through the motions of visiting each place when, deep down, something still felt off. I then decided to roam the bustling streets of Hanoi, where there were street vendors, and the liveliness started to lift my spirits again.
Okay, this is a cool street. I like it. It feels like it's coming alive at night right now. There's like street food vendors. It's lit up. There's like a lake in front of me. This is the kind of stuff that I like. Museums are cool, but I like to be like out exploring.
But within minutes, it started to pour rain, and I had to find cover and stand on the side of the street for at least 20 minutes, hoping it would stop.
But nope, it is 100% pouring out here. I think this might be the strongest rain I've experienced while in Southeast Asia. Well, I don't know how long I'm gonna be standing here for. It's currently 4:35. I guess we'll just have to see, because I don't think I'm gonna leave this spot here, like right on the corner.
So, giving up, I found a nearby boba shop and sat alone, feeling sad. I missed home.
This is the point where I sit and contemplate. I miss LA. My
peace. I finally called a car to take me back to my hotel, and as soon as I got to my room, I broke down in a way I had never before during my travels. This was my breaking point.
Well, I made it back to my hotel room. I don't know if I'll use this footage, but this is the current situation. As much as you have so many incredible adventures and you're taking in so many new things, some days you just kind of feel sad. I don't know, I think I officially broke today. This is my first time I actually started just crying my eyes out. Everything before that was like a slow leading up to this, probably. I don't know, I think I miss my community back home. I miss my friends. I miss how happy that I am when I'm home. I feel free while traveling. I feel like I'm constantly learning new things. It's challenging. It's not easy. It's a lot. Sometimes it's overwhelming. It's exhausting. I have been away like from my room and my apartment and my apartment mates. That has become my life for the past almost 2 years now, for close to 6 weeks, and I don't even think I had time to process that. This is kind of like a big change, and it's kind of like a lot. I wanted clarity when I came back from my trip about all this travel stuff and what I'm gonna do. How do I do this when I also love my home and all of this travel YouTube videos? Like, I want clarity. I want clarity on my life and on my career and what I'm trying to do. At least today, and what I realized is people are extremely, extremely important to me. And I think my true happiness, I can live the simplest life and just have my people, and my happiness can be like at a 10. Experiences not as diverse, not as crazy, not going to be learning as many new things in the travel sense. Maybe a different kind of growth, but not like this exponential one that you have in 2 months time of constant travel. But everything is like a trade-off. Or you have, you know, maybe that's like experiences or 6, 7, because it's kind of the same. Or you're traveling and doing all these incredible things, and maybe it's like a 10, but like the people aren't there. You have no community, it's just you. Maybe you're meeting people along the way, but like those conversations are so brief. They don't really get to know you the way that your friends or people that have known you for a long time like know you, like your quirks and like your likes, kind of things that are just funny about you. I don't know. There's a lot of discomfort that comes with traveling. It's not always comfortable. I don't regret any of it. Not done yet either. I don't know. It's nice to see people share the difficult parts in life, because obviously it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and don't want to pretend like it is on social media. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long trip. It's been a good trip, but I'm starting to not get excited about waking up and doing more exploring. Like tomorrow I have a trip booked for Halong Bay, and I'm not excited. I just keep thinking, only 2 more weeks until I go home. Seems like it's gonna just be so long. Anyways, I love traveling, it's great. Sometimes it can be a bit of a challenge. You're not always in your comfort zone. You're not always gonna be bursting with happiness. Sometimes it's just a lot. That's all I have, and I thought I was gonna say more to it, but I guess it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to not be like, but this is great, I'm traveling, I'm so lucky. Like, it's true, but it's okay to like feel sad. It's okay to like let it out. Like, I feel like I've just been holding it inside. Even part of you is like, when you're not home, part of your identity is your life when you're home. And it feels like 6 weeks of not being home. It's like I've lost a part of me, part of who I am. Like, I live in Santa Monica. Do I live in Santa Monica? It's been so long. I don't know. Anyways, turning the camera off.
After this emotional breakdown, I picked myself back up and headed to dinner. It was after this moment in my room where I truly understood my inner struggle of navigating the freedom and novelty of long-term solo travel versus the comfort of familiar faces and loved ones. I realized I deeply value being a part of a community back home, and when you're solo traveling, you're bopping around from place to place, and having community around you is tough. When you have it, you take it for granted, but when it's gone, and you really feel it. I felt a void inside, and I craved deeper connection. The next day, I literally laid in bed all day long. It was the first day I allowed myself to do absolutely nothing. No pressure to explore, just rest, process. Allowed myself to feel sad without feeling guilty. The next day, I was feeling a bit better, so I got myself up to head to my next adventure.
Good morning everyone. It's about 8:30 a.m. and today I'm going to be heading off to Ha Long Bay. I'm quite excited. There were two things that I'm most excited for in Vietnam, and one was Ha Long Bay and the other was Sapa, so we're heading to Ha Long Bay today.
I hopped on a bus to Ha Long Bay, which a lot of people rave about for its beautiful scenery. Many people even travel all the way to Vietnam just to see Ha Long Bay. But as I sat on the boat looking at the view in front of me, I couldn't help but feel nothing but emptiness. It was just a body of water and rocks. I realized places are just places. It's the people and emotions that breathe life into them. We got off the boat and headed to explore some caves. I actually began to feel a slight sense of awe again. The caves reminded me of something from a movie scene. I felt a bit of hope, again, like my adventurous spirit was back.
Alright guys, we're now currently in this cave thing here, and thankfully it's a lot cooler. Whew, because it's been getting kind of hot out there, but this is actually really cool. I feel like I'm like, I don't know what this reminds me of, but like maybe National Treasure or something. I've never been in a cave like this before. They gotta have filmed some movies in this cave. I'm gonna Google that after this because this totally looks like one of those caves in movies that you watch. This is pretty cool.
But I was wrong. I hopped onto a kayak with a group of fellow travelers and rode through Ha Long Bay and still felt nothing. No excitement, just void. A sense of sadness encapsulated my being, yearning for more meaningful connections with the places I visited. I then hiked to a viewpoint of Ha Long Bay, thinking I'd feel differently.
Alright guys, we're finally at our last stop here for our Ha Long Bay trip. We're at T-Top Island and currently hiking up. It's about 400 steps. We made it to the top. Let's check out the views.
But it felt the same. It was just another view. The sea of tourists also left me desiring more solitude. The beauty of nature kind of felt diluted amongst the crowds. I then got a coconut and sat and reflected on my travels. I allowed myself to feel off, embracing the discomfort and acknowledging the conflicting emotions within me.
Anyways, this coconut is making me feel better. I feel like I've just been feeling super meh recently. I don't know. I don't know. I don't share too much how I feel on this channel yet, but a lot of emotions have been coming out. It's hard for me to like really enjoy my trip at the moment. I feel like I could book a flight home right now and be like good, but I really want to like continue. I'm almost done, and there are places I still want to see, so trying to make the most of it. But I mean, I don't want to hide my kind of feelings. So
even though emotions ran pretty high in this video, I ultimately realized that solo traveling has taught me many lessons. For one, there are many facets to life that make this human experience worth living. And for me, human connection and having a community that I belong to and people that you can call home is one of them. And ultimately, in addition to this, solo traveling isn't just about external destinations. It's ultimately a journey into yourself. I will say, after this experience, I learned a lot and have already adapted my style of travel to include deeper human connection, which is so important to me. Overall, solo travel can be exhilarating, but also difficult at times. It's a roller coaster of emotions, moments of excitement, loneliness, missing home, and being faced with constant stimuli of unfamiliarity that can break you down. But at the same time, I found that during moments of struggle is where the most profound breakthroughs and deepest growth happens. And that's exactly why I travel, because it pushes me out of my comfort zone and challenges me at times, allowing me to come out stronger with newfound perspectives and a fresh outlook on life. It's taught me some of the most invaluable lessons, to find strength in moments of solitude and uncover the depths of my own being. Thanks for watching.